You get out of a swimming pool or you get out of the shower and there it is. Those fingers. Those pruny old lady fingers. But you don't have to be an old lady for your fingers to wrinkle after too much time in the water. Why does this happen? Does it have to happen? Have you ever wondered? I decided to look at all the wrinkles in this phenomenon, all the nooks, crannies, and crevices, so you don't have to. There are two things we need to address here: the how and the why. Apparently, this phenomenon also happens on the bottom of the feet and toes, although personally, I've never looked. So how does this wrinkling happen in the first place? Scientists used to think that it had something to do with skin swelling, at least the outer layer of the skin. The epidermis is the outer layer of the skin and is composed of 5 layers, or strata. The 5 layers are stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, which is a thin layer of dead skin cells not seen in this illustration, stratum granulosum, or granular layer, stratum spinosum, known as the spinous layer, and stratum basale, also called the basal layer. The outermost layer, the stratum corneum, is the part of our skin we see and feel. It is composed of dead keratin cells. When we decide to enjoy that long bubble bath, those dead keratin cells absorb water and the surface of the skin swells, increasing the surface area of the skin. There is living tissue attached to this outer layer, and to compensate for the increased surface area because of the swelling of the outer layer, the skin wrinkles. But why does this happen just to our hands and feet? Why do we get out of that relaxing bubble bath looking like this? The hands and feet have the thickest layer of dead keratin cells. This does make sense, as our hands and feet take a lot of abuse during our lifetime. These days, we know that wrinkling happens because of our involuntary nervous system. Yes, the same nervous system that controls our breathing and heart rate. In this case, our autonomic nervous system sends blood away from our hands and feet, and the blood vessels contract. This is known as vasoconstriction. The skin then folds over the vessels, which causes the pruning you see when you get out of the pool, bath, or shower. You may have also noticed that your skin loses color if you spend a long time in the water. This does make sense since blood is flowing away from the skin. Your fingers are now wrinkled and waxy white to boot. Okay, we've gone through the research timeline for the how, but why does your skin do this? In 2011, in a series of laboratory tests, researchers had their subjects pick up wet and dry marbles when their hands were wet and wrinkly and dry and smooth. They measured the time it took to pick up these objects. The researchers found that wet, wrinkly fingers improved grip on wet objects. The wrinkles in our fingers and toes act like the tread on the tires of our car on a wet road. Those pruny fingers act as a drainage system that improves our grip. This wrinkling doesn't happen when there is nerve damage in the fingers. I have nerve damage in my thumb when I sliced it open on a tuna can lid, not on purpose. Maybe I'll do the experiment by soaking my thumb to see if it still wrinkles. Then again, maybe I just won't. Thank you for joining me in my investigation of this phenomenon. I personally don't think most people think too much about this, to be honest. Maybe I'm just weird that way. Let me know in the comments, not that I'm weird, but if you've ever wondered about this pruny skin phenomenon. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to give this old weirdo a shout out.